right now, okay? So I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna come back. Okay, you guys, so I had to turn the camera. So now you can see what I've done. I've got these basic values in here, the lights and the darks of all of these things. Also up here you can see, and also in the acorn squash. I've got the general shapes. Notice that nothing's like really clearly defined at this point. So I'm gonna start working, everything's kind of like mid-range gray, kind of reflecting the mid-range of all of this. And what I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start getting pulling these values lighter and darker, and then I'm also going to start making these lines sharper around here and making these edges more diffuse. So these are things that I'm looking for at this point, and the same thing with the butter or the acorn squash over there. So I'm going to start, I've got something here to start working with now, and now I'm going to start getting into that. Again, I'm looking at this contrast in here, so I want to bring this out even a little bit more than what I've got. So we're basically looking at our patterns. We're not really even looking at objects, we're just looking at patterns of light and dark in here. So you can see that that's bringing that out a little bit. Over here, this is where it starts getting a little bit darker. I'm going to start bringing this out. But this is going to get a little bit lighter. Over here, as it comes over, it's going to get a little bit lighter. I'm going to have some good contrast in there. So you can see how these are starting to get defined. I'm bringing that out, that side out. It looks also like this area, I should probably, and that would be up here, start getting that a little bit lighter as well. Start defining this edge over on that side. And I'm gonna start doing that as well as okay, so this is dark. I don't know if I can get too much darker than this. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep working on this and keep defining these areas, and then I'm gonna get back to you. But so far this is coming along. I'm gonna start cleaning up all these edges and things like that. But this is, you can see, it's a constant refinement is what I'm doing. I'm just constantly refining all of this stuff. And this is going darker. I know that this needs to go darker over this side. And again, we can also change the direction of these strokes so that they're going vertically as well. Get this a little bit darker. And I want to I'm going to keep on defining all of these as I go along. So I'm going to keep working on this and I'll get back. Okay, you guys, so we're a little bit further along now, and you can see these are some of the areas that I've been developing over here. Besides doing the inside, I've also been working on this outside, and you can see the thing that most people do is they see something that's white and they just leave it because they think it's white. But what we're really seeing in all of this are we're seeing all these subtle grays. Look at, this is the lightest tone, which is this highlight. We've talked about light logic before, and so this is the highlight that's coming through here. It's also coming down here along the bottom. You can see that this is a little bit lighter. But what I'm doing now is I'm following the form like this as I'm getting darker, and I know that this area over here has to get much darker. I'm going to start smoothing this out in just a second with my chamois. So this can just be any piece of cotton or anything like that that you're going to use to smear this together. A lot of people really love this part. I love smearing. And yeah, this is kind of fun. Smearing this and making this a little bit lighter as it's actually a little bit darker.